Bill Medley, the iconic baritone of the Righteous Brothers, became the voice of love and heartbreak for generations. Songs like You've Lost That Loving Feeling and Unchained Melody immortalized his voice, but behind the public persona was a man carrying unimaginable pain. For more than 30 years, Medley lived a life of hidden losses, quiet grief, and personal storms that the world never saw. While audiences celebrated his talent, he endured tragedies that could have ended lesser spirits. Today, the truth of his private battles sheds light on a remarkable story of resilience and devotion to music. Early life and musical roots. Born on September 19, 1940, in Los Angeles, California, Bill Medley grew up in a home where music was as natural as breathing. His family didn't treat it as entertainment. It was a daily rhythm of life. From gospel hymns in church to harmonies around the dinner table, Medley absorbed music in every form. These early experiences shaped his baritone voice and understanding of emotional expression. Little did he know that the very gift that brought him fame would also be his lifeline through personal catastrophe, illness, and grief, sustaining him through challenges that would test the limits of his humanity. Tragedy strikes. The loss of his first wife. Bill Medley's first encounter with profound loss came with the brutal murder of his first wife, a tragedy few ever associated with the singer. The impact was immediate and crushing, leaving him emotionally unmoored. Music, once a refuge, became a reminder of what he had lost. For a time, he could not bring himself to sing, not for lack of talent, but because the world he had known was shattered. The audience never saw the depth of his grief. Only Medley understood that the stage would become a double-edged sword, a place of solace, yet also a place where his losses echoed silently behind every note. Losing Bobby Hatfield, a musical and personal blow. Even as he grieved privately, another blow struck Medley when his longtime musical partner and friend, Bobby Hatfield, collapsed and died suddenly just before a performance. Hatfield was not only a collaborator, but a soulmate in the language of music. With his death, Medley lost the other half of his voice, both literally and metaphorically. For weeks, he withdrew, unsure how to continue a career defined by a duo whose chemistry had captivated millions. The heartbreak was both personal and artistic, leaving him to face a world where the music could continue, but the partnership that had defined it would never return. The quiet pain of personal loss. Bill Medley's suffering did not end with professional heartbreak. Later, he endured the quiet passing of his final wife, Paula Vasu, who succumbed to years of illness. Her death in 2020 came just weeks after Medley underwent throat cancer surgery, a double burden that tested his resilience. Every loss compounded the grief of previous years, leaving him with a life where personal joy was rare and pain persistent. Yet Medley continued to stand on stage. For him, singing became survival. Music was not simply performance, but proof that he could endure, proof that even in the face of relentless tragedy, life could still be carried forward. Throat cancer, a threat to his identity. In 2020, Bill Medley confronted one of the most terrifying challenges of his life, throat cancer. For a singer, the possibility of losing one's voice is existential. Medley faced months of fear, wondering if the very instrument that defined him would survive. The surgery was successful, but the aftermath was a daily confrontation with uncertainty. Every morning brought anxiety, yet he returned to the stage as soon as possible. Singing became a ritual of reclamation. Every note proved to himself and the audience that he had not been defeated, that even after decades of personal and professional tragedy, his voice and his spirit remained intact. Music as medicine for Medley. Music was not just entertainment, it was medicine. After surgery and the passing of Paula Vasu, he leaned on performance as a way to stay alive emotionally. The stage became a sanctuary where sorrow could be transformed into art, where grief could be expressed without words. Every song became an affirmation of survival. Through these performances, audiences witnessed not just his talent, but his resilience. Bill Medley's career was proof that music could carry a human being through loss, illness, and heartbreak, offering both catharsis and connection in a life defined as much by private suffering as by public triumph. A legacy of emotional resonance. While many artists achieve fame, few leave a cultural imprint as deep as Medley's. Alongside Bobby Hatfield, he helped define blue-eyed soul, delivering performances that could rival the emotional intensity of Marvin Gaye or Sam Cooke. From You've Lost That Loving Feeling to Unchained Melody, the Righteous Brothers' songs became more than hits. They became anthems for human emotion. Medley's baritone didn't just fill a room, it reached the bottom of memory itself. His work created an emotional map for listeners, tracing love, loss, hope, and longing across decades, ensuring that his voice would remain unforgettable. Reinventing himself. Country music and new collaborations. Despite decades of accomplishments, Medley continued to evolve. In his 80s, he ventured into country music with the album Straight from the Heart, embracing a genre he had long admired but never explored. Collaborating with icons like Michael McDonald, Vince Gill, Keb Mo, and Shaw Colvin, Medley created an album that was not just a musical experiment, but a personal testament. Each track reflected lessons learned from illness, loss, and the passage of time. Through these collaborations, he transformed private suffering into public art, proving that even after 6 decades in the industry, he could create something deeply meaningful, resonant, and new. Enduring the stage, strength through performance. Even into his mid-80s, Bill Medley continues to appear on stage selectively, preserving the soul of the Righteous Brothers with Bucky Hurd. He no longer seeks spectacle or fame. His performances are quiet declarations of endurance, proof that a man can survive heartbreak, illness, and loss, and still deliver moments of beauty to the world. Audiences marvel not at technique, but at authenticity, witnessing the depth of a life fully lived. Each note is a reminder that true artistry often comes from endurance, that resilience and vulnerability can coexist in the same husky baritone. A life of two halves. Medley's story is one of duality, the public life of fame and acclaim, and the private life of tragedy and loss. From the murder of his first wife to the death of Bobby Hatfield and Paul Havasu, his life was shaped by grief. Yet he chose to continue performing, showing that music was not just occupation, but lifeline. Every song became an act of survival, a bridge between the man the world saw and the man he knew himself to be. His journey reminds us that the truest measure of a life is not comfort, but persistence in the face of relentless adversity. The final chapters. Reflection and peace. Now, at age 84, Bill Medley no longer chases awards or acclaim. Each performance is a meditation on life, loss, and endurance. His career demonstrates that the most powerful legacies are not built solely on hits or charts, but on the courage to keep moving forward when every part of existence has been tested. Medley's story is a reminder that resilience is often invisible, that private pain can coexist with public triumph. He continues to inspire not by avoiding tragedy, but by facing it and translating it into music that touches hearts across generations. Conclusion: the lasting power of music and resilience. Bill Medley's life is a testament to the enduring power of music, resilience, and the human spirit. He transformed private grief to public art, creating songs that resonate across time and circumstance. From personal tragedy to health crises and artistic evolution, he has continued to rise, perform, and connect. Each note he sings carries decades of lived experience, a story of survival, and a gift to listeners. His legacy is not simply recorded music, but the emotional and spiritual impact of a man who refused to let life's hardships silence him. Medley's voice and his story will never be forgotten.